and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my catch-all planner for the week of February 28th through March 6th. So the very first week of March and also the very last week of February. An exciting middle point of like winter, I guess. This is going to be one of those trust the process videos because I have a lot of different stickers pulled for this today. But I'm going to be actually completing the spread for the Planable Garden Variety Challenge this week. So that's hosted by Squared Plans and Planogram over on Instagram. And I messed up and did my last week's spread, if I can find it. It's not filled in yet because I'm filming like batch content right now. But I did my last week's spread for the theme, the Garden Variety theme, and then realized that it was actually going to be this week. So we're getting two like garden floral themed spreads in the planner in this like 2-week period. I have a lot of like small shop stickers pulled and it's from like a lot of different shops. But starting off, I just have these 2 copies of the black and white sticker book because I know there's one particular sticker in each copy of the book that I want to use. And they're going to be like layering stickers, so I have these 2 books for that. Not very exciting. I've got some new stickers from According to Allie, so these 2 right here and this one right here are part of her like label maker collection, which is so cool and super unique. So these ones are days of the week, so I thought I would maybe like relabel the days at the top if I'm feeling it. I also have the months, so I could do February and March. It is a little tricky because I'm playing with 2 months here, so I don't know how I want to do that. But I've got some months. And then finally I have the quotes, which are definitely going to get used in this spread. So it's like quotes, but like label maker font. Really beautiful. And then for like the garden part of the garden variety spread, I have According to Allie's herbs. And I was originally thinking I might pair them with like some green alcohol ink, but the color didn't shake out the way I wanted it to. However, I have these ones from MU's Designs, Ready, Set, Ginkgo. And I thought I could pair these 2 together to make like the combination of the really delicate line work and then the color that I'm looking for. And then to accent those clusters a little bit more, I have the LPTG Creates embellishment stickers, which I've worked through most of the sheet here, but I'm going to cluster them up with this. And then finally, if the cars outside will stop doing their thing, I have this sheet from Pipsticks that is called Don't Bug Me, and it's these really cool like blue and green bugs. So they match well with the green that's in the ginkgo leaves. I thought it could be fun to bring in something a little bit different. And eventually I'm going to have to go grab some colorful boxes, and for that I have the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Colorful Boxes book. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get started after looking at all the various sticker sheets that I've pulled for you today. I don't think it's actually cars that are going by. I think we're about to have a thunderstorm, so I might need to cut this video short and pick it up at some other point, but I'm going to try to get as much done in this spread as I can because I am supposed to be going to visit my boyfriend when this video airs. So I want to get like planner videos done so that all I need to do is edit them. This is the sticker that I'm picking out of the black and white sticker books, and it's just this sticker. I don't need anything else out of here. And then I know there's another copy of it in this one. There's only 1 per book, so if you have 2 books, then you can get 2 stickers. I'm kind of doing what I did last week and just starting the cluster up here on like the top of Monday. And maybe I won't even bother like resuming this video after the storm. Maybe we'll get some like planner ASMR in there. Okay, so that leaf's gonna go there. I was a little nervous about how the According to Allie herbs would kind of layer with this because this is a really dark sticker and then these are clear. But I could space them out a little bit so it doesn't overlap it. It just kind of nestles into that cluster. Getting all cozy with the ginkgo leaves. And honestly, a bit of it on the black box doesn't hurt too much because I know visually it's meant to continue, so my brain can fill in the gap there. And while I have this on my hand, I'm going to get rid of this little stretch of the line just because with these line work stickers, it gets a little visually confusing to have random lines kind of going through them. Okay, so we've got that. I think the same thing goes with the quotes, that layering these onto the patterned box is going to be difficult, but this might be a good spot for one of these bugs. And they have one of those little sticky dots that's connecting them to the backer of this. I don't know about you, but like those sticky dots on the packaging, those make my day. I love playing with the stupid sticky dots. So I'm taking this very large beetle, and these are like a fun like vinyl-y texture, but they're a nice foil as well. I'm gonna take this one and make that the intersection point. Looking fabulous. After I did my video for last week's catch-all spread, so my first attempt at the garden variety challenge, I actually went back into the spread and added some stickers off of a Pip Sticks sheet that I unboxed in the video that I started filming after that. So it has some nice little blue holographic accents now that you didn't see me add in on the video, but I feel like it really rounds it out. And I like these Pip Stick stickers because they're just so unique. I'm like trying to think about like maybe I want to pair this one in here, but maybe that's not the right placement. Okay, back on the sheet for you. Maybe it's just like the tiny little florals that I need right now. So I'm pulling these guys off of the sticker sheet, and I'm like thinking maybe this one will go here. Grabbing my label maker quotes, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to start with. Progress Not Perfection is a good one. These are all such good quotes. Allie sure knows how to pick them. Okay, so on this label maker quote sheet, we have "You Are Enough," "Coffee Time." I don't really drink coffee, actually. The "really" was unnecessary in that sentence. I don't drink coffee. "Let Go," "Self-Care Isn't Selfish," "It's Okay Not to Be Okay," "Keep Going," "Progress Not Perfection," and then "Start Somewhere." I feel like at the start of the week, "Start Somewhere" feels like a fun, like, little quote to have in here. And I kind of want them to, like, go at different kinds of angles. Just like if I had a label maker and I just kind of randomly smacked labels onto something. So I want these to just kind of appear randomly placed, even though I'm being very intentional isn't a word, about my sticker placement. But I think that's a fun little cluster, and I just love all of the different like colors and sticker designs. When I said trust the process, this is what I meant. As for the months, oh, thunderstorm. Okay, I'm really sorry if this bothers you, if you can even hear that. I'm thinking for the months I'm going to skip it just because it's going to be so hard to fit them up into that space above the cluster that I've already started. However, I'm thinking I want to play around with the days labels. I also like the fact that she includes things like weekend, next week, and this week in that extra space that's kind of in the periphery of the sheet. So I'm taking my Bic Whiteout Easy Correct, and I'm going to start by just removing the days of the week that I have here, and I'm going to just do this half of the spread first, see how I like it, and if I don't like it, I can peel them up. And this is a trick that I've shared a couple times on my YouTube channel before. If you use like the Whiteout Easy Correct and you don't end up liking it, you can use nail polish remover on a Q-tip to remove it off of the page really gently. Because I have a tendency to over white out things. And I'm doing this in the same kind of like random smack on the page style. So I'm trying to like alternate directions. Wednesday might prove to be difficult because it's a pretty long word. Maybe I have to angle that one down and move Tuesday around. I don't know yet. Okay, so let's try just kind of straightening Tuesday out, or even angling it like upward. I don't know how I feel because it's just going to be like a straight line of them across the top of the page. It's fun though. It's really fun, but I feel like it might be suited better for like a bullet journal spread where you need to like actually add in the days of the week yourself. So I'm going to peel these up and kind of gently put them back onto the day labels page, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so they're back on the day label sheet, and I feel like I'll be able to use them again somewhere else. They're stuck pretty well back in place. And I guess you get to see that whiteout removal trick in action. I'm gonna go grab some nail polish remover and a Q-tip just to clean that up a little bit. So what I have is a cotton round, some Q-tips, and this bottle of Q-Tex Nourishing Nail Polish Remover. We're gonna nourish these planner pages. I am gonna remove the stickers from the workspace just to make sure that nothing goes wrong if I somehow make a mistake here. I've done this a couple times before and it's worked out on all of them, so we shall see. I'm just kind of dousing this Q-tip in the nail polish remover, and then so that it doesn't spill everywhere, you got to make sure you put the cap on it in between nail polish dousing. And then I'm just gonna go over the surface of this with the nail polish remover, kind of gently rubbing away where I had the whiteout. And this cotton round will be good for just kind of getting the flakes out of the way, because it will start to flake up on you. In one of my many alternative career paths that I thought about doing, I wanted to do art restoration. And art history is a good way to get really close to that, but it's just not the path that I'm on. However, this brings me pretty darn close, and this isn't as high stakes as dealing with priceless works of art. So nail polish remover and a planner page is probably as close as I'm gonna get to art restoration. And if you're someone who's used Undo before, it's just gonna evaporate off the page because it's alcohol based. So that little wet spot around Monday is just gonna slowly go away, and everything will be good as new. Repeating the process, and I'll be back once I finish restoring this to the original state of the page. So I'm back to where I started, which isn't a bad place to be. I loved the According to Allie headers, but I just don't think they're right for what I'm dealing with space-wise. I have the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Boxes sticker book because I want to start marking some commitments that I have this week. On Monday, I have a meeting, which, I don't know, I don't have a lot of other plans, so I will use one of the larger boxes here. I try to conserve them when I'm working with the Happy Planner Colorful Boxes books, because there's only 5 pages of each color of colorful boxes. But in this one, you're getting 30 pages of black colorful boxes, and they're 3 rows wide, or 3 columns wide. So you're getting a lot more, and I don't know, I just feel a lot better actually using the boxes out of this book. Tuition is also due on the 28th, so I should probably stick a box in there for that. Just at the bottom of this. And then I'll probably kind of cluster down here as well. I normally will just pick top or bottom of the sidebar to do the clustering, but I want to kind of extend the decorative into other areas of the spread that I don't touch as often, because I'm stuck in that planner rut where it's same 5 clusters, same 5 places on the page. We're starting with this little herb sticker, and I am not going to be able to name the herbs for you. Some of them I might. I know that one's a bay leaf. That one kind of looks like cilantro, or maybe that one's the cilantro. I can't tell. This might be rosemary. You can really tell how much cooking I do, cooking from scratch, that is, from my knowledge of ingredients. So I'm placing this one here, going into the MU's Designs one. Which one do I want to use? Maybe a different shape than the one that I used up at the top. And I will be layering some of those beetle stickers on here, so I don't need to be too precise about where they intersect. And then this one, maybe it's worth it to kind of cut the edge of this so that they'll all kind of stick out of the same place, or I don't know. This is tricky. let me readjust. I will leave links for According to Allie and MU's Designs and Pipsticks. And what other small shops am I using? The LPTG Creates ones. I'll just leave links for everything down below. I try to make sure that you have access to like finding the things that I'm using in my videos if you're like ever interested in shopping from any of these shops. How does that looks weird. Okay, so maybe this one just needs to stay on my hand for a bit while I reconsider some things. And maybe I start out with one of the label maker quotes and then kind of build the bugs around that. I'm trying to pick something that's a little bit longer than what I did up here, the Start Somewhere. You Are Enough is another one that's like a longer quote. So we'll start with this. And I don't want it to like fall in line with either of the two, but I don't want to stick it like straight across. So I'm gonna just gently slope it upwards, and then this is gonna go over here, and I'll balance out the other edge with another According to Allie herb, just gently tucked underneath the quote. So we'll try this one out. These are like, they're like her floral stickers, but they're like a different take on that. And I appreciate that she's always striving to do something different with her sticker shop. I love that she really makes an effort to come out with things that are unique to her and are really like, you can tell what an According to Allie sticker is, even if it doesn't have like her name on it. Like, one of my favorite things is when I can scroll through my Instagram feed and just like pick out all of the small shops just by looking at spreads. Okay, so I'm adding bugs into this cluster, which maybe I should have announced at the beginning of this video that like this is not for people who are afraid of bugs, but the title of this video probably will have something to do with bugs in it, so you've been warned before you even started playing it. Gonna add some florals in. These ones are a fun like gold foil, but a lot of the foil on the Pipstick stickers is actually holographic, and normally I'm not one for holographic foil, but their holographic foil comes in like different colors. So when I was planning in my daily, I was using like a purple holographic foil, which was a lot of fun. And then I have like some blue holographic foils. All the different foils. There's also some little leaves on this sheet, which I feel like feel a little weird when I'm planning with like herbs and other kinds of leaves, but for some visual interest, I'm going to mix some in there. I am feeling like this is a really weirdly shaped cluster, so I'm going to kind of adjust the shape of it by adding in one of these stickers that I'm going to cut in half and put on either the top or the bottom of it. Speaking of small sticker shops, my next collection or like next sticker release is going to be happening not this Monday, but the following Monday. I typically will release stickers on the first Monday of the month. And because this one falls on the last Monday of February, it's going to be the first Monday of March. So that'll be the 7th. And I'm going to be doing a lot of like springy designs and then just some like miscellaneous stuff. I do have a new rep team, which should be announced on Instagram by now. And because I am filming this ahead of time, I actually don't know who is on that new rep team I'm referencing, but you'll know by the time this video goes live. So you have infinitely more knowledge than I do. However, like the same thing goes as the last rep team that I have. They all have codes for 15% off. And you can use their codes to like support them. They get stickers in exchange for like code usage. So when you're shopping from my shop, don't feel guilty about like getting a discount, because it is helping those wonderful reps who are like making content and promoting stickers. So highly recommend that. I will try to remember to include their handles and their coupons down below in the description of this video. I know that at least one of them will have a YouTube channel, because I do try to pick people who are on multiple platforms. So I'll try to pick someone with a YouTube channel. So if you're not someone on Instagram, there will be like someone who has a YouTube channel and will promote stickers on YouTube. Okay, I'm adding in the LTPG. Why are the letters so hard for me? I'm adding in the little X stickers from Lupita's shop. These are a fun way to kind of snazz up clusters and fill in some of those empty spaces between forms to really make them nice, robust sticker clusters. So, I like this. I feel like it might need some more green down here, but I just can't tell yet. I'm looking at like another ginkgo leaf underneath this beetle. I haven't really tried removing these stickers and moving them around too much, but the first little peel of this felt promising. So this beetle is just going to get moved to the side for a second. And now I want to pick one of these larger leaves. I'm just trying to decide which one's smaller. I think they might be the same size. So I'm going to take one of these. Don't you go back on me. Stay. And I'm going to cut part of the stem so I can just get a little bit closer into the cluster. So now this cluster will take up kind of the bottom of like all of the boxes on this page. I feel like this is a better shape than what I had originally. So I like that. It is feeling like it needs a flower or two towards the Wednesday end of things. So I'll add a couple of those in. I mainly got these Pipstick stickers to do my daily planner because I feel like one sheet of them is enough for like 2 daily pages. But I am having fun kind of pairing them with other stickers to make full spreads in this planner. This is gorgeous. I can't get enough of this. Okay, very proud of myself here. Not to toot my own horn or anything. And then on Tuesday, I need one of these for teaching commitments. And that one's going to go up here in this top box. Just because I don't want all of the functional stuff in the middle row, I kind of want to like play around with where it's located on the spread. And then a seminar that I go to for my own classes. So that'll go there. Trying to decide if the spacing on that is up to my liking. I think this top one just needs to go down ever so slightly to kind of match the spacing between the boxes on Monday. Even though there is a line that goes in between them, I do want the spacing to be kind of similar. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just like them to be a little bit more uniform. I've gotten into like really boxy spreads with just columns of boxes, so I should be more practiced than I currently am. On Wednesday, I have a class to attend and a work shift. So I'll kind of match them to these two, even though they don't fall exactly within the bounds of a box. And I'm also realizing that I placed this one over a line, so I very well could have placed that one over a line if I really wanted to, but I'm going to leave it as is, not to move things around more than necessary. So this is what Wednesday is going to look like. I don't think I'm going to do any like checklists in here. Nothing too crazy. I just want like a pop of the green kind of poking in from the side of the spread. So I was going to do this and then take an X-Acto and trim it so that it matches up with that line. I don't think I'm going to bring in any of the herb stickers up here. Probably just like a flower or two, or maybe even a single beetle just to have one in this empty area. So I'm peeling up the fragments that I just so nicely sliced, and hopefully I cut all the way through the sticker. That's always something I need to be cautious about because I will either completely cut through the page or will not cut through the sticker at all. There is no middle ground. Okay, in terms of beetles, I'm gonna go with this one right here. It's weird for me to say that I have like a beetle preference because I don't like bugs. I don't really like bugs to begin with. But these ones on this sticker sheet are so cute. And I like the like longer skinny ones that kind of look like lightning bugs. They're a little less menacing than this guy over here. taking a floral to pair in. And how do I want to do this? Maybe this one will go over the line of the like boxes on the page. And then tiny little floral next to it. Okay. Not bad. So this is what we've got for the first half of the week so far. I'll probably go back and add in some more of those X's somewhere on there, but I'm going to put that to the side and move over here so that I am making progress on the spread rather than just kind of dwelling in one like very specific area. On Thursday, I have an appointment in the morning and then I have a work shift. So I'm going to start with one of these boxes up top. And I'm thinking that I'll have, I know I'm like trying to stay out of the rut of like what I normally do, but I'm like cluster right here. There's always a cluster right there. But maybe I can mix it up. I'm trying not to repeat like the sticker placement that I did in my last spread with the Spoonful of Faith sticker book. Because I had like a quote and some florals kind of extending here. But I'm like thinking it would be nice to have some like visual continuation between these two pieces. So if I take, I don't know, like a ginkgo leaf and just put that there. I'll use this longer sprig of rosemary. See, I got one of them, I think. If it's not rosemary, I'm going to be very sad. I'm going to take this longer sprig of rosemary to kind of branch into the middle of the page rather than keep the cluster in this area. I just want it to like swoop down. I whited out some lines so it'll have a space to go. And now I'm going to place this one as well. Okay, how do I want to do this? It's weird having that gap right there, but sure, I could stick a beetle on it. That seems to be my foolproof solution here. I do have more of the label maker quotes that I want to get into place. But we'll start with some beetles and then maybe do the quote like in that area. So I have one that's the 2 words. I have one that's like a longer bar. I want to do one that has 3 different segments. So we'll do progress, not perfection up here. And this one's going to tilt upwards to kind of counteract like the downward motion of those stickers. And then this one I'm going to put like straight across so that way I can do the perfection kind of sloped downwards. It will continue that cluster, but if I do it a little bit more like subtly sloped than the other two, I think it'll look better. Okay, looking good so far. And then I want to include a couple more of these in there. I know I'm going to have to go back in my other copy of the black and white sticker book and find that sticker that matches the one that I have in the sidebar. And if I do things the way that I normally do things, it's just going to go down here to kind of balance out what's going on up there. And I'm trying not to do that, so figuring that out as I plan along. I like the way that that kind of swoops over or goes on top of the progress section, creating some layering. Maybe I can do something similar with this other branch right here with the word not. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of being held in place by these little branch stickers. And then there's not a lot of yellow over here, so I'm going to do the yellow and green florals in some of the other areas. Maybe one more beetle for good luck. Okay, so this one's going to go down here on my rosemary, which is disgusting. You don't want beetles on your rosemary. Placement of that could be a little bit better. These do have very good sticker grip, like they're very grippy stickers, so you want to be careful if you're like peeling them up. But they do move around. They're not like once you stick them, they're done kind of stickers. Okay, I'm liking that. Now I'm like the cluster that I know that is inevitable. The inevitable bottom right cluster that falls on the weekend. I grabbed my other pattern sticker out of the other copy of the black and white book. And you know what? I'm juggling so many balls here with like using 15 sticker sheets. I'm exaggerating there, but it's not that much of an exaggeration. So there's already a lot of balls in the air here, so maybe I just kind of stick to my formulaic approach and just put it where I know will work out. I'm gonna do a cluster kind of similar to what's going on up here in the top of the sidebar. I want to mix it up. I want to make it a little bit bigger than I would like normally make this kind of cluster. Granted, last week this cluster ended up taking these whole like bottom 3 boxes. And I have this pretty large cluster going on down here. So maybe I should make this one a little bit smaller than normal. That's going to be hard for me. And I'll take this one. I do want to kind of experiment with the line work of these clear ones going on top of the ginkgo leaves. I think that could be fun to kind of like mix it up some more. And then I'm going to take one of these to go just like down here in the lower part of this sticker cluster. Placement wise, I don't know how I feel about it. I'll stick a beetle over it and everything will be good. So I've got 2 beetles left. Taking this one to mark like this intersection point, and then I'll take this one to mark the other intersection point. And if I do a cluster up at the top of Saturday and Sunday, which is like what I'm really leaning towards, it's very hard for me to stop doing that. I wish I would have a beetle for there, but I don't. So these guys are just gonna do that. Looking good. Some florals to spruce up that area and distract from the fact that there are bugs on my planner. I'll put this one up here to kind of form a triangle. And then I don't think I need any of the other shapes so far. Maybe for my last cluster, I'll start it like on Friday, the top of Friday, and kind of move into Saturday rather than doing Saturday, Sunday. It's a slight adjustment from what I'm used to, but I think it'll make a little bit of difference. I'm planning on just layering some of the clear herbs and the ginkgo leaves. And because weekends are a time that I like to do a lot of like self-care activities, I was thinking maybe this self-care isn't selfish sticker could be fun to like have in that cluster. And it could be a smaller cluster. It doesn't have to be like what I have going on like Monday through Wednesday over here, which is just like a beautiful focal point. But just another like quote in the spread. So I'm doing that. I don't know if I want to do another one of these. Maybe I want to do like some more of the clear, or I could even place the quote and figure it out from there. So we'll do self-care isn't selfish up here on Friday, Saturday. And I'm angling that one and angling this one. I know it was kind of centered between the 2 outer like words, but I'm gonna off-center it a little bit to make it a little bit more visually interesting on the planner pages. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do it like here with this other leaf of cilantro underneath it. Cilantro's an herb, right? Oh, I don't know a lot about herbs. I do know that some people have a trait that makes cilantro taste like soap. I'm not one of those people. I actually do enjoy cilantro. And that begs the question for this video. Answer me down in the comments because I'm interested in hearing. Are you one of those people that cilantro tastes like soap for? Or are you someone who actually likes cilantro? I understand that there's a middle category of people who still have like the taste for cilantro but just don't like it, but I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on cilantro. We're going off planner book here. Placing some of these. I might have some leaves left over at the end, but that's not the worst thing in the world because there's already so many different kinds of leaves on the page. And these leaves are edible and these ones are not. Well, they're all stickers, so probably none of them are edible. I don't think ginkgo leaves are edible either. But herbs are in their actual form. Okay, so Self-Care Isn't Selfish is going Friday, Saturday. These clusters are dangerously close, but if I can put a bunch of boxes on the weekend, then I don't think it'll be that bad of a conundrum. I'm taking this final little blue flower and just finishing off that cluster right there, so that way I don't have any other stickers on this sheet that I really need to use in the spread. Most of my According to Ellie label stickers are up at the top, so I'm going to take one final one to move into this cluster, and let's see what we got. We've got Coffee Time, Let Go, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and Keep Going. I'm trying to think about something that would be applicable to the weekend. Coffee Time, probably not, because I, again, just don't drink coffee. Let Go, you know, kind of letting go of the week. That might be good, and it's also like a shorter sticker, and then the rest of them are like bigger quote developments. So maybe I just need a simple let go down here in this cluster. And there is a difference between the black on Allie's sticker and the black on this box. So you still can kind of see the edge of it. And there's a slight little white border around it. So I think it still looks good, even though it's black on black. Putting these to the side, I don't need them. I think I'm all ginkgoed out for now. Granted, some of these fragments might come in handy just to add in some additional touches of green. So I'm thinking like one right there in that cluster. These stems probably aren't going to come in too handy. And then I've got a bay leaf. What am I going to do with this bay leaf? I'm going to hold on to it. Before I go back in and put these little X's into my clusters, I do want to finish out the functional stuff because I keep getting sidetracked here. So, oh, this is going to be the weekend of Go Wild. I'm not going to Go Wild, so that took me a little longer to process. But I'm going to be living vicariously through Em and Lupita, who are going to be roommates at Go Wild. And I think we're supposed to have another podcast episode go live on this Friday. So I'm going to put a larger box there. And I'll probably be the one responsible for posting it because Em will be in California without me. I really do wish I could have made it to Go Wild, but I think it's going to be my year next year. I'm saving up. I've got some like savings for a ticket and plane tickets and all that fun stuff thanks to the Etsy shop. And I just think I'm going to have a lot more fun if I'm not like super stressed out about like COVID come next year, 2023. So I don't have any set in stone plans for Saturday, Sunday, but I'm going to put some boxes in place just in case. I could do a double box. That could be kind of fun to like mix it up a bit. I don't know what I would put on that double box. Like what is going to span Saturday and Sunday? Just being sad about Go Wild. Maybe that's what it is. This is my Be Sad About Go Wild box. And I wish all of you who are going like a great time. I can't wait to hear all about it. I just want to meet people in person. I don't think I really haven't met like any planner friends in person. And I've been in the planner community for, I want to say like almost 3 years now, on like the Instagram planner community. So it's strange that I haven't like gotten the opportunity to meet anyone, and Go Wild is like that one major opportunity to meet people. But I've made so many friends in my DMs, so I will be all fine and dandy. Okay, we've got that going on the weekend. And now I'm going to go back in with these little X stickers and cluster it up. I just feel like they have that finishing touch that it needs. And I'm trying to think about like what else is going on this week. Not much. We're going to be on spring break soon, so we're just kind of wrapping up content before everyone goes away for like a week and a half. It's 2 weekends and 1 week of school, which also means that midterms are approaching for the students in the class that I TA for, and that means I have to grade midterms. I just got done grading essays and another stack of exams. The grading never stops. But I'm looking forward to my spring break. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my spring break. That's another reason why Go Wild just wasn't in the cards for me, is because we're like in the week before spring break, which is typically a pretty hectic week school-wise. And I wouldn't like be able to dump the sections that I TA onto my fellow TAs, especially this week. And I would feel guilty like abandoning them for like a non like mandatory commitment, like something like if I was going to be presenting at a conference, sure, I could get someone to cover for me and I wouldn't feel bad about that, but to like give extra work to people so I could like fly off to California and just have fun with my planners, that would make me feel a little guilty. So hopefully Go Wild 2023 aligns a little bit better with my schedule. And let's see. I feel like this one might need some more X's. I don't know. I gotta place another order from Lupita's shop because I do need more of these stickers. And I say need, and I really need them. Like these are stickers that have become a necessity for me. So just placing these into all the little nooks and crannies of the planner spread. This is fun. I like the like black and white with like the really bold blue. This could be a fun like weekend goals box. So I'm gonna take where it says weekend on this day label sheet that I attempted to use up at the top but then couldn't use. But we'll use weekend over here, and because this one angles upwards, this one's gonna angle up the other direction and just kind of counterbalance that. I think that's really fun. And maybe that's where I need this bay leaf, kind of like tucked underneath the weekend to break up this like really bold label maker sticker on top of like a really bold black box. Some delicate line work. So I'm peeling this one up, and it's not going to be visible like on top of the black line of the box, but you can fill in the visual gaps. Weekend. This sheet is done. And maybe I need a little bit more of the ginkgo leaf in there. I can't quite tell. I'm going to try peeling up the weekend sticker once again to place this one underneath it. No, that feels too big for the space. Maybe the other one would be better for the amount of space I'm dealing with. I just don't know what I would do with like 2 ginkgo leaf stickers. And that one is just like awkwardly shaped. Maybe what I need is to get creative. So I'm gonna cut the stem off of this one. And rather than using it as like the leaf part, I'm gonna place it this direction. And it's the pop of green that I need, but it's not like awkwardly shaped. I think that works a little bit better. Single ginkgo leaf and some stems. Going back into the Mojo Jojo plans book, and I'm going to take one of these skinnier boxes as a header for the sidebar, where I'm just going to set up like a list of goals. I do want to find some blue bullet points that match the really bold blues of the beetles. And I'm aligning this with the top box on Monday because it just felt wrong having it up a little bit higher. So this one's going to go here. I don't have a sticker that says goals, although I'm sure I could figure something out. I'm going to find some bullet points real fast. For the bullet points, I'm going into the Mega Rainbow Sticker Book, and I think the electric blue of the beetles will match this teal color pretty closely. Let me just do a test on that. Yeah, I think that's like a color that's somewhere around the different range of beetle colors. It's not like as bright, but it's kind of like a blending of the green tones that are in the ginkgo leaves and the electric blue of the beetles. So I don't hate it. I'm going to go ahead and place a few of these into the sidebar, and I'll be back in a second. I think the sky blue would not be the right choice. And I know I said I'd be back in a second. This green though. No, I took all the green bullet points out of this sticker book, so that wouldn't do anything. I put them in place, and now I'm not really feeling it. I just feel like it looks a little too cluttered with the spread. Maybe I'll add them back in as I do the planning, but for now, they're going back in the book again. Maybe what I need instead of just this header over here is actually the words next week. Using the same days labels, the same day labels that I did for like the weekend. So, not next week, I meant this week. Okay, swapping that out. These stickers are gonna hate me, but they're going back in a sticker album where they'll be secured between like a little sleeve, so hopefully that'll help them stick back into the places that they need to be. So this one's gonna say this week. And it could either be like a top 3 or like goals. I don't really know quite yet, but it's just gonna be something for this week. Spacing wise, I want them to kind of not like go on top of each other, just go like this. I don't want them to like line up exactly is what I'm trying to say. Okay. The placement could improve a little bit, and I'll fix that before I put this back on the discs, but I'm going to go ahead and stick this back on the discs and get a good look at it. Okay, so here is the finished spread in all of its glory. I bumped this one up, the this week sticker, so it would overlap into that cluster a bit, and I'm happy with that placement. I love the way this looked. I love combining all sorts of different shops in my planner, and I feel like this is a fun take on the Planable challenge garden variety. I'll leave the details down below. This is my second spread for the challenge because I can't count days apparently, but I'm very happy that I got to have the opportunity to make 2 really unique, like different kinds of spreads for the same challenge. That's always really fun for me. And I just love the way this turned out. I had a lot of fun with like all these different stickers, and I'll link the shops down below. So we've got some According to Allie. These ones are MU's Designs, Mojo Jojo Plans. These ones are Pip Sticks, which I don't consider like a small sticker shop, but they are like an independent like sticker brand. LTPG Creates, and I think that's all. Okay, lots of different shops, lots of different stickers, but worked together in the end, and I just love this like collision of different styles. So with that, I'm gonna call this planner spread done for the week of the 28th through 6th, and I'm very excited about this. Next week, I'm going to be doing an International Women's Day spread with stickers from my own shop, which is especially appropriate because the release for my own shop is going to be next week, and I also wanted to plan with those stickers in my planner anyway, so I'm very excited about that. But this is what I've got for this week's catch-all spread, and there you have it. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos, as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!